And I have my planner cake stickers organized into pretty much three separate things. So I've got all of my samples organized into this photo album. Now this photo album is redid, and I'm gonna go into more detail in a little bit, but I have my photo album. And here's just a little photo album, a little teacher, okay? And then I have two binders. One's probably a 1 inch, and then probably one's a 1.5 inch. One's bigger than the other, but these I keep other stickers. They're anything that's not the weekly kits go in here. And then I have my weekly kits in here, and I do have another one, but I didn't bring it home from school because it's more of a place to store all my extra kits or all my extra monthly kits not the stuff I don't use on it, but I did kind of a while back ago go through and like put it on, like take it off and organize and put it on different paper. So let's go through, let's do the photo album first. This is the regular photo album. I went to Michael's, because you always get this. So I went to Michael's, got some paper, decorative paper, and cut it to fit the size, and then I just slipped. I didn't have like tape or anything, so I just literally just slipped the paper in, or this paper, and then just slipped it in back to make it a little bit more sturdy. And so on the front, I have my checklist. And what I did at the beginning, I wanted to at first to conceal the holes. I wanted to do it in a binder, but they just were so tiny, it didn't really work. So I decided to put it in an album. And since I already had them separated, all I had to do was cover them in, I just had to cut it down to fit the size of the paper here and into the photo album. And it works great. And so I have a checklist and more checklists and all this, your flags, your boxes. I just try to get about the same, quality of stuff and just show you. But, and then, you have I'm just flipping through, because I bet you guys have seen Planner Cake like a million times. I know everything that she sells. Then I also keep in the bag. So each month when I do my monthly spreads, I buy add-ons. As you can tell, so there's October add-ons. And so I buy, there's October and November add-ons. I try to keep the same style, with the monthly kind of, and then, so there's that. And then there's a dot on the planner, and I don't use the fuse tool. I just try to keep them, try to organize as best as possible. And then I do have these little labels that I do put on the front of my binders, and then I have the Erin Condren labels that you get for free. And there's some more from November, December, and these I got with a Misfit kit that I ordered off of Facebook. And that's not what I do in here. I just put them in here, and it works so much. This thing works so nice because I keep this in my backpack, and if I'm needing anything when I'm trying to plan out what I'm gonna study, if I'm in the library and planning out what I'm gonna study, and I see I need this, or it's just easy to have this with you instead of having to have your binders, and it still has everything that you need. So that's an essential. And then, so let's do the other stickers. So in here, I keep my other stickers that aren't kits. So in the front, this is not Planner Cake. I bought these a long time ago. Don't know where from, but just say, if you can look, no school. And then in this front, now I do have tabs, but I don't have enough for all my categories. So in the front, I literally just keep the icons that I use the most. So I have, my birthday, the birthday balloons, TV. So I mark TV. No, I don't mark because I watch a lot of TV shows. I don't get to watch them all on the night, so I watch them next day on Hulu or something. But I do mark TV shows when they're coming back on after mid-season break. So when I know Brooklyn Nine-Nine's coming back on January 10th. So I'll mark that in my weekly. It's when shows are coming back after being off for a while and stuff, I mark it just that, so I know I need to watch it or something. And then I've got my softball, which is not for me, I don't play, but my sister, I love going and watching her play softball. So it's me just keeping track of when she plays, or when, and then cars. I got these so I could you know, mark when I'm driving home and stuff. And then I keep, this is kind of like an icon. I went through and I have a bunch of old kits that like were half used kind of. And I got, and I just stuck them on a little piece of paper, like one of their sheets or something. And then there's some asterisks. And then these are the write-ons. So what, on this section, everything that you can write on if you choose to. So arrows. Now, I didn't know where to put these. These you can't necessarily write on, but I thought since they were arrows, they go together. And I use these to mark, like, when, so like it continues. Like right now, break. So like I just put a little arrow just to say, oh, the whole week you get off or something. So there's that. And then, you know, you kind of, these right here, came with a kit that was like kind of half used because I bought a Misfit kit off of Facebook, like a Misfit bag or something, like a grab bag, and that's what came in. And a lot of them are half used, so there's that. Some scalloped labels, and a lot of these I did not buy myself. I got off of Facebook, and then so I just made it my own. And then these are come from Misfit kits or the grab bags that I got, the grab bag that I ordered from Facebook, or these were from a monthly that I didn't use them all. So that's kind of where those were from. These came from kind of either that, and then you've got your bigger appointment labels. These look like the Erin Condren colors. And you've got your appointment labels, more of those. Doctors, more appointment labels. These, I'm not sure how to use these, and these came with the one I bought off of Facebook, the binders. And then you've got your like double dotted line with the middle. Got those. You've got like little sticky note looking things. Yeah, no, I don't know how to, and then these little lines. And then the next section is to do. It's like things that you can actually do, like that, yeah. So like, these were from kits. These were actually from monthly kits. I just marked them and stuff. And then you got your laundry. I try to do laundry about once a week. So I try to mark that. And then clean bathroom, which I clean my bathroom, but I feel like when I get a little bit older and like live in not in a dorm, but live in an apartment or something, grocery, I thought, don't use these now, but eventually. Gas fill up. Planner time. Pool time. Anything that you see with that, for like Misfit kits with a highlighted, or Misfit kits from a grab bag. Mowing the lawn. And then headers. Which these are just, yeah, like these came from kits that were from a grab bag or something that I got. Headers like words. This week. Canceled. These I like to also use for canceled. So like I use these these little swirly things. I actually use those, so like, because I'll go on a week in advance and like write, I do my planning on about Sunday, and I'll write everything out and say, okay, so here's what I have to do for my planner, and here's what we're doing this week in class and stuff, and I'll fill that out. But like there's some weeks where like we don't have you get an email that morning or something that class is canceled, and so I'll just fill that over like the classes. And then these are budget, sorry. It's like no spend, payday, and then we have other, which these are just ones that are still, not weekly kits and stuff, but don't really have a specific category they go in. So you've got your weekend banners. These are from either monthly kits or kits that have been partially used. And then more washi. These are from, these numbers or letters, numbers are from monthly kits that I just don't use them monthly, because it does take some time to actually put the sticker on there, the numbers, so I don't do that. No school, I'm not the biggest fan of these no school these style of no school stickers, so I just stick them back. And then you've got your checklists, more checklists. These are from kits, so if you see a lot of things on a blank sheet like this, It basically, what I've done is just taken it from a weekly kit or something and just transferred it here. And then you got these migraine, which I don't know, I probably won't use these. And then probably won't use those, but they're there. And then to call, and some of these, buying them from, and they got these little tracker things, but sometimes buying them from, off, Facebook, you're not gonna be able to get you're gonna get stuff you won't obviously use. Okay. And then, put this here, and then we're gonna go into my weekly kit line. This is huge if you can't fucking tell, but, so, I'm not gonna go through and show everything, but we've got your planner kit, your monthly kit that I'm gonna use for January. Another one of those that I did. And then in here, which I'm using this week, so that's why it's missing, because of my planner. But in the front, what I'm planning on doing, because I have them marked in it basically, this book is organized it's into season. So I have fall, winter, flower, like floral, and then like other that doesn't really fit into any one of those categories. And I put them in order of, and in these sections here, and in these type of sections, once in a tab, I put them into order of like numbers, like highest from lowest to highest. And so this week, and then before this little, I don't know why this is here, but before this first tab, fall, all of this before this is in the order that I'm going to use it. So once I'm done with this kit and like the month is over, I pretty much go back and I just put what was before into the right section that it goes in to, and that's what I do here. So then here's just one kit and stuff, and then I'll just and this is the next kit I'm gonna be using not next week, the New Year's Eve week, and then here's the last week before, like the week, it's like the second week of this January. And then here's, I have, dated, and I haven't bought all of my kits for January yet, so. And then I have my fall stickers, and those are anything that's fall, and like some of these are used, some of these are not used. So there's that. And then, just gotta finish it through. And then we've got my January and December, so these are my winter kits. Now when I think of January and December I think of more green and red, and then December I think of more blue. But here's some of the kits and some of these I did use in January. Like I used this one in December. I used this one and I used this one. So I just stuck them in there, but I stuck them in order of number. And then your spring. So here's anything, spring. And then this is floral. So these can be spring, summer. This is a wide variety, but it's just floral itself, and so these are all flowers. Sorry, this binder's like messed up. And then you've got this, any floral kits and stuff, which I have so much of that, but as like May and June and like April and stuff, like I have a lot of kits that if I don't like any of them, like I don't have to buy Planner Cake stuff too all the time. I can use what I have. So there's that. And then the last section, if I can find its tab, sorry, is other. Which this just kind of goes with summer. I said summer, week, and maybe, like these are just stuff that doesn't really go with any of the others. So then that kind of stuff. 4th of July, obviously, that's that kit. These are really summery, like, summery kind of, a little bit of, and then some of these are just that came with the grab bag. I don't know how I'm going to use these because these are not made for my planner, the planner that I have, but, and then you've got, but I put them in order of the number order, like the kit number order. And you've got, this is summer, and so there you go. And there's September. So that's how I organize all my Planner Cake stickers. And basically, when I get an order, because like monthly I order kits and stuff. So my next order, and I plan to order is probably Christmas, because I did ask for Etsy gift cards. And so I do plan on ordering, and I'll wait till, depending on how much I get, planner Kate stickers or Etsy gift card. I do plan on getting January, February, and March stickers because March comes out the 28th of December. I'm pretty sure. So I do plan on getting those 3 months and getting them out, like everything. Maybe not the monthly, but definitely the kits and stuff that I want. And so I'll probably end up having them all. And once I'll plan them out and be like, this week is this week, and I write them in, and then I do write them in here, so I have them set and stuff, and then I'll probably end up just putting them in the order in front of here. But that's that kit, and you know, that's what I plan on doing, and that it really keeps me organized to have your kits in order that you're gonna use, and then you know, have your other kits in the back and stuff. But I love planner kit. I just love her style of kits and stuff. It's like there's a right amount. It's like fits what I need, you know, and that's how. But next week, let me show you the kit that I plan on using. Actually, there is no kit for next week because December I didn't use the washi it gave me. I'll show you what next week's kit looks like. I can find it because here's this week. And I love this week. Actually, wasn't the biggest fan of this week of this kit itself, but it's not too bad actually. But next week is Christmas week, and so there's I only had washi because this is the washi that came with the monthly. I didn't use the December monthly washi, and then I do plan on using. I can find them in my kits. The add-ons, because like here are some of the add-on stickers. That's what I plan on using. Is basically just using this because I don't have a whole lot going on for Christmas, and I don't want to be too crazy. So that's this week, and that's how I organize my planner Kate stickers, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.